So my interest in documentaries is quite strong. Whether it's subjective, objective, it doesn't really matter. They just keep you engaged and they keep you thinking. And the best ones are those that after it's finished, for a very, very long time, you're still thinking about it. For example, I saw The Social Dilemma recently on Netflix, which really did this to me. And I still think about it today and how I use social media and things like that. If you're really unlucky and sometimes you're watching a documentary, in terms of this one, Enemies of the State, it can give you a little bit of paranoia as well. So we've all heard of the theory Big Brother is watching, and it doesn't matter who we are, where we are, we all have our theories. I think it is quite impossible to live in the modern age and not have a theory about whether you are being watched, who by, or where, or when, which leads into discussing the theme of this film. So Enemies of the State is a new independent documentary that was released at TIFF on September the 11th, 2020. Seeing how it looked into many of the themes that were associated with the September the 11th attacks. Was it caused by a higher power? We just don't know, and that's how the theory goes. So the director, Sonia Kennebeck, is no novice when it comes to government intimidation stories. And if you like the look of Enemies of the State, then you should definitely check out the other indie doc with the award-winning National Bird. I'll leave the link to the trailer in the description. It's one of her other films. You should really check it out. So Enemies follows the story of mattdehart and the ramifications and or consequences to his family after he has suffered a raid by the FBI or CIA, I'm not really sure who it is, basically the man, and this happened in 2010. Now obviously I haven't seen this film, but I know that mattdehart was heavily linked with the activist group Anonymous. So I believe the story is about how the US government got wind of this and Matt ended up in prison, I think for 21 years. But where this documentary gets interesting is it investigates the aftermath and the paranoia that followed DeHart's family. I can guess that it might be a whodunit or did he actually do it documentary, and I'm getting these kind of imposter vibes, which is an absolutely phenomenal documentary that was based in 2012. So Matt is what is known as a hacktivist, which you can guess what that means for yourselves. But I know from previous films and stories that they are the government's #1 enemy. So difficult to track down and charge, particularly when hidden behind a mask. Which is what makes this so exciting. Matt is an everyday guy, but with a dark past, it seems. So this film really has an Edward Snowden kind of vibe as well. There's some guy on the run from the government who's seamlessly untouchable. As it says in the trailer, you just cannot hide from these government organisations. If they want to find you, they will find you. So if you are interested in that kind of theme, then I don't think this one will disappoint. Kennebeck's main motive, I believe, is discussing the idea of theory of government brutality and the lengths to which people will go to protect their country. I guess it goes back to what I said about my interest in documentaries, and it's just fantastic, really. But at the same time, the facts can be altered and they can be changed. And my theory when watching a documentary, and that includes Michael Moore's, is that there is rarely smoke without a fire, and certain facts cannot be ignored. So Enemies of the State has actually appeared to have been given a really positive praise at TIFF, and it's not an indie doc to be missed. So this one will be released to the public and all of you indie doc lovers and myself on July 30th this year. So it also mentions that it will be on demand as well, so I don't know whether that means Netflix or Amazon Prime, but both of them lately have been serving up some absolutely fantastic documentaries. Like I mentioned, The Social Dilemma and also The Dissident, which is an Amazon Prime exclusive. So for all you viewers that do like my content or have been liking my content, please do subscribe. It would do me a massive favour, and give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, that is. But for now, take care everybody.